Hey, my name is Lucas.
And my name is Jacob.
The Bro Show Podcast.
Feet in the air like someone like a prostitute in Las Vegas.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me. Quick, pull it out before you let it bust inside of me. I tell you where to put it, never tell you where I'm about to be.
By the way, when I said a prostitute in Las Vegas, why was I scared to say that? Because that's just that probably that has happened before, but that's not me saying like. For some reason, I always assume that me saying prostitutes is me saying like I hate prostitutes.
Oh yeah, we're all for sex work.
Yeah,
if it's like consensual on both sides.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But happy 2021 ending. This is the last.
Also,
pod.
You did a good voice. Wait, is this your intro to like the 2022 rap verse?
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to end 2021 with that rap verse, because I'm probably gonna start 2022 with like fully being a rapper. So just wanted to spit some bars that I wrote myself. And yeah,
I liked it.
But yeah, 2021 is coming to an end, and this whole episode is actually, we did the exact same thing last year for 2020, sort of like a summary of the whole year, the highlights, pretty much the Lucas and Jacob, what was cool in 2021, what was uncool, and then take everything we say as if it's set in stone. If we say something's a trend is out, don't wear it, honey. Throw it out of the closet.
Yeah, it was called Reviewing 2020. This is Reviewing 2021.
Yes.
And at some point, it just is like our opinions are the way that we live life. So at a certain point, our opinions are so validated in our minds that it just is life.
I know, that's the thing.
I know, and I love that because what you think is how you live. It's so like, this is like fact to me, whatever we say.
I know. The Bro Show 2021 in review. And I have to say, I'm thankful I've seen other people say this exact same thing. 2020 was like really weird for time for me. Like thinking back on the year, I'm just very confused of what was 2020, what was 2021. Like it's all a blur, and I don't know what that means about my mental state, but I literally going back in 2021, it just felt like it was a fog or something. And the funny thing is I had a good year. Like I was happy. I thought I was happy this whole year, but now looking back, how come it seems foggy? Mind fog.
I do wish, like, it's probably because of the pandemic and shit, but I do wish the years were more distinct, because we did this thing last year and we're continuing it this year where we have like an award show. And when one of the questions was favorite movie. And then I was like, oh, my favorite movie that I watched this year is Brokeback Mountain. And then I was like, wait, did I even watch that this year? So I went to my Yahoo email, and then I went to because I bought it on Apple. Mm-hmm. And I actually watched that summer of 2020. So it's like this weird shit where like the last 2 years have kind of been
mushed. What is going on? But I'm hopeful that 2022 is actually going to feel like a real year. Like I feel like it'll feel separate from 2021, you know?
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, and I don't want to say it and then but I'm going to say it. I feel like 2022 is entering like a new era. Like I feel like 2020 through 2021, those 2 years was like one era. And then like 2017 to 2019 was an era. But I feel like we're entering a new era of cleanliness.
The roaring 20s, if you will.
Like I'm not going to claim that these are going to be like, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, get ready. Like there could be some bad shit, but like I think it's going to be like a new vibe for sure.
Yeah, like flapper costumes. Like I just picture like kind of like The Great Gatsby.
Oh yeah, it's all about
party, party, party.
Yeah, it's all about party, 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 because we're going to die soon probably, you know?
And it's like we had to be, the last 2 years were like kind of bad or whatever, so it's now it's like live it up, like water slides.
Yeah.
Another club.
But I'm thinking living it up in a sense that's kind of like there's a little bit of innocence in it. Like,
and almost like blowing all your money in a way.
Yeah, like so,
spend it.
Like Six Flags every day.
I'm just kidding. You guys save your money.
But I'm going to say save your money, but at the same point, I am sometimes like, wait, so why am I saving money?
You know the Iggy Azalea song? Spend it. Spend it. Spend it. Throw it back. Throw it back. Spend it. Spend it. That's the whole chorus, and it probably from my rendition, you're like, that song sucks, but you listen to it, it's so good.
And she does do a line that's really impactful. She says,
"Oh, what does she say?
The same time you could have spent hating me, you could have gotten rich."
That's so true to all the bro show haters.
Because there's so many haters of this podcast.
I know, like haters. It's like the same time you spent hating us, you could have gotten rich.
No, in all honesty, I'm really thankful because right now, like, there's no haters than the
yeah, we're so thankful for all the love. You guys are so loving. Sometimes you throw shade at us, but I like it.
Oh, like someone commented on the last podcast, like, I like how Jacob's dumb, and like, I don't think I'm dumb, but like, yeah, it was such like a backhanded compliment, and then like, I'm not gonna take it to how. Like, thank you for viewing, and that's just your opinion,
The 10 seconds you spent writing that comment, you could have used those 10 seconds to get rich. So great fucking job. You now aren't rich. But just before I get into 2021 in review, how was your holiday?
Oh yeah, Christmas.
Christmas was really good. We actually didn't go to church this year.
I was mad.
It's been 2 years we haven't gone to the Lord's temple during Christmas. Is this our new era of being unchristian?
So the actual reason why I want to go to church is just for the tradition of it.
For me it's like the aesthetic.
Yeah, there isn't a thought in my mind. I don't know if anyone else was thinking this, but there isn't a thought in my mind when I go to that church where I'm like, I'm going to church just in case he is real. I'm just going, for like the vibes.
Yeah, me it's like, totally the energy, the vibes, only on Christmas Eve. Like, I can't go to church any other time of the year.
Even on Easter, it's too much.
Yeah, that would be way too much. I can't fit that into my day. But everyone else who goes to church every week, love you guys. I went to church 3 times a week growing up, going to Catholic school. So I feel like that makes up for the rest of my life.
That's what our dad always said. He always said, oh, my dad was a pastor, so I always went to church. So now I don't need to go to church.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Like, you never know. Like, I might have a Kanye West moment where, like, my whole entire like vibe is like talking about God. Like, you just never know.
Oh yeah, it's funny because I was listening to Kanye West on the way here. To be actually honest, 2021 was he was probably one of my top 5 artists of 2021. Like his old music mostly, and he always mentions Jesus, and whenever he says in this one song, "Can't Tell Me Nothing," he said like something about like the Lord and stuff. And then I'm always just like, I mean, like I don't necessarily like fully believe in it, but I could see a world where like when I'm 40, I'm going to church every week.
Oh, you just never know.
But I for sure don't have anything against Christians,
Oh yeah, or any religion, you guys. Like, we love all of you.
Hinduism.
Just keep doing it and keep doing you. We are going to get
holidays.
into our Spotify Wrapped later, though. Actually, it's Apple Rewind. We don't use Spotify, but we are going to be sharing our favorite artists of the year as well. So look forward to that. But my holiday, me and Jacob spent Christmas together. Obviously, we're in the same family. It was good, but I did get sick that night.
Okay, so there was like
I don't know what's going on with me.
You blamed it on fish, but it wasn't fish.
So the day before we celebrated Christmas, I had literally 1 shot of tequila. 1 shot of tequila and 1 beer. So I was like, I woke up the next day and I was like, I guess I'm hungover from just having 1 shot and 1 beer. Maybe this is my new life. And I was like, whatever. But I was like, oh, maybe I have like COVID, so I should take a test. I took a test, negative. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm just hungover. Spent Christmas Day, ate a bunch of food that night, threw up a bunch of food. And I was like, great, I do have COVID. And I just gave it to my entire family. I tested again, negative. Next day I tested again, negative. I don't even think COVID is a throwing up thing, but I just wanted to make sure like I didn't give it to everyone.
Yeah.
And then the next day, yesterday I felt like shit, but today I'm finally feeling good. So I don't know what was going on in my stomach, but I had some sort of like stomach.
Do you think it was just
bug.
like a bug or like a little tiny flu? I don't know if that's a thing, but
yeah, I don't know what it was. But like no one else in our family is sick. Matthew's not sick, but yesterday it was so gross. I haven't felt like this in a while. I was actually so nauseous. I was hearing Luna eat her food, and it grossed me out so much. I've never once noticed Luna's eating sounds. But since I was nauseous, I was just so grossed out by her eating. She was going out, and I was like, oh my God, I have to turn on the TV so loud so I can't hear that.
But it's like mostly gone today?
Oh, yeah, now I'm fine.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's why this podcast is a little bit late.
Oh, yeah, yesterday I felt too nauseous to record, but...
Something that's interesting, that if you did feel gross from the tequila, I guess we have some exposing to do. All these celebrities always said Don Julio is the best tequila ever. You had a shot at Don Julio and you felt gross the next day.
Oh yeah, was it poisoned?
I think it is poisoned.
But no one else who had a shot of it. I had a shot like with our dad and with one of our brother-in-laws. None of them felt sick the next day.
So the holidays was good to you though. Oh,
yeah.
No? Yeah, I'm gonna say, the holidays was good. It's kind of this thing where I like the holidays, but like it's nothing like crazy, and like I'm actually like content with that though. Not in a depressing way. It's more of just like I'm glad it's the holidays, but it's not like when I was like a kid and I was like waiting by the fireplace.
Yeah.
Like that's just a whole different thing. But I'm content with not being like
adult Christmas.
What did you get for Christmas?
I got clothes.
Are you gonna admit the Porsche outside?
I got a Porsche from my parents. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I just got clothes basically. My grandma got me a little gift certificate to a sushi restaurant.
What did your Secret Santa get you?
What can I think? Oh, 2 t-shirts. And I wore one of them yesterday when I was sick.
Okay, so clothes and a sushi restaurant gift card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I got clothes, and yeah, I got this running thing where like I wore it today. I'm running. It's like a hat and like a face covering, and it looks like you're a ninja.
Oh, did it actually keep you so warm?
Yeah, it's like so good. I love how it's
crazy.
so tight too.
I've worn the same thing before running outside in the cold.
I can officially run in the cold and like not give a single shit.
No, literally only your eyes show. Everything else is covered. No wind burn. No transepidermal water loss.
Yeah,
that's when wind hits your skin. It dries it out and loses the collagen.
Maybe a little bit on your forehead though.
Oh yeah, you'll just have transepidermal water loss around your eyes.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was a fun Christmas, but it's not all about the gifts, guys. It's about hanging out with your family.
That's very true.
Well, I'm not joking. I just thought it sounded funny how I was talking in that voice, like I was like an old man.
But so we get into our 2021 in review. First of all, should we show our Apple Rewinds?
Yeah, let's like get into also it is kind of cringy that we have Apple Rewind.
I know. I'm just an Apple user. Like, I love Spotify. Like, please put me in the Spotify algorithm. The songs I've released, Spotify for listening. But I just am an Apple Music boy.
Yeah. I just think I'm always gonna use Apple Music. I've said so many times, maybe I will get Spotify. I don't see a day what's gonna happen. I just love giving money to Steve Jobs' wife.
I know. Does she still get money from it?
She probably owns stocks, right?
Oh yeah, probably.
It's like something. I don't know how
also, I feel like Apple Music knows me so well. Like everyone who's been on Spotify, they will never switch from Spotify because Spotify knows them so well. Like Apple Music knows me so well that I just like the suggestions they give me. When I play my little radio station, they like know what I want to listen to. And it's so funny because like sometimes I'll go through stages where I'll only listen to like sad music, like Lana Del Rey, Adele. And then when I turn on the Apple radio, it's like all like this depressing music. But then they know so quick. Like if I'm fast forwarding through all those sad songs, they're like, okay, give them some Megan Thee Stallion. Like they know when to switch it up.
Oh yeah, like they know after 7 sad songs, if you fast forward, like, they're gonna play like WAP.
Like they know when you're in the mood for Rico Nasty. Like somehow they read your mind.
My favorite thing about Apple Music, and I actually look forward to it. Every Tuesday they have a playlist called Favorites Playlist, and it's for you. It sounds like an ad. I bet Spotify does cooler things, but like the same shit. But it's his favorite playlist, and it just is like 20 or 30 songs that apparently are your favorite songs, and like it's new every week. And they have these other ones like Get Up Mix, but Favorites Playlist every Tuesday. I'm excited to turn that on when I go in the car. Just see what's on it.
I need to start utilizing that more.
It's like I like how it's a mystery, and sometimes there's like this old song that I used to love, and it's like I like it.
Oh, you remember like back in 2015, that was my jam.
Yeah.
So have you already done the Apple Rewind? What's it actually called? Apple Recap or something?
Wait, is it already updated on your Apple Music or no?
I had to actually do like the Apple thing.
Oh, then maybe I have to do that. Okay. Oh wait, get your replay mix. Let's see if it's easy.
Oh yeah, it's really easy.
Just sign in.
You can film the next 30 seconds when you do it.
Okay.
Do 2021. You guys, this is a message that your 2022 should be a year that you do it. Diggity down, do it. Do what you've been wanting to do, guys. What are you waiting for? This is your message from the Bro Show.
Oh, yeah. I just think that you don't have to do something crazy on January 1st, but I just think might as well own the year, you know?
Yeah, like start that pie shop.
Yeah, like if there is, like, even if, like, if you always wanted to just, like, be more confident, might as well start being more confident.
Fake it till you make it. Apparently, that's actually the psychology behind confidence anyway.
I don't believe that people are, like, confident and unconfident. Yeah, I think you just have to stand up straight and, like, you don't have to be a dick, but just, like, just own yourself, and I think it would just build.
Yeah, literally.
It loaded, by the way.
So what's your number one song of 2021? By the way, this is my only thing with Apple Rewind. I don't know if it's the same as Spotify Wrapped, but I always have a hard time believing mine. I think there's something going on where these are songs I like, but I don't believe this is my top 10.
I want to stand up for this moment I'm about to make because I've actually I think I know how the algorithm works.
What?
Okay, because I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure this is how it works, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. So it's a rank of like 100 songs.
Yeah.
They rank them by the full song you've listened to.
That might be it.
Because on the bottom of this replay list, it says how many times you've listened. It says like 50 plays. And I'm thinking, I've listened to this way more than 50 times. But I probably only finished it 50 times because I am an impatient bitch. And after a minute and a half, I'm like, I love this song, but I'm fast forwarding. So that's the T. And I'm pretty sure like that's 100% correct. I've never Googled it, but I'm just going to say it's correct.
That's good. So say the highlights from your top 10. I'm not going to say all of mine.
What do you mean, like, highlights?
Like, what ones do you, like, stand by the most?
So my number one song is Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas X. But the thing about it is, I love that song. I probably listened to it so many times. But this also goes into my thing where it only goes if you listen to a full song. This song is around, like, 2 minutes.
Oh, so it's so easy to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, but if I'm being honest, I don't think that's, like, my number one song of 2021.
Yeah, my number one is Need to Know by Doja Cat, which, by the way, I like that song, but I swear to God, I've listened to other songs more than that. And also, my number two, I don't believe either. Big Energy by Lotto. Like, that just came out like 2 months ago. Like, there's no way out of all of 2021 I've listened to Big Energy the most. I do love it.
It has to be what I just said earlier. You probably just listened to the full amount like 20 times, so then it went up there.
Oh, yeah, Big Energy by Lotto. If somehow you guys aren't aware, it samples Fantasy by Mariah Carey. And it's a bop.
I was driving yesterday and she was on the radio. I've never heard Lotto on the radio, and I was not even joking. I'm like, I'm proud of her. Like I'm excited for where
I haven't really listened
goes.
to any of her other music, but when Big Energy came out and I heard it was same thing Mariah Carey, I watched the music video and I was like, this has a budget, and I was like, okay, I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't liked any of the other songs since.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I haven't given any others a
but
chance.
you listened to that one song from like 2 years ago, like I'm a real ass, rich ass bitch from the South.
Yeah, but I never added that to my Apple Music, weirdly.
You didn't?
Yeah. For some reason I was against it.
Oh, I just love how you have like getting bust down for a bust down.
Today's episode is sponsored by Honey. We all shop online, and we've all seen that promo code field taunt us at checkout. But thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online, ranging from everything from tech and gaming to fashion brands, even food delivery. It's pretty easy. Just imagine you're shopping on one of your sites, and when you check out, Honey pops in and says, oh, apply coupons. And then you wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for the site you're on. And if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop in your online shopping cart.
This month, I saved money on some video products. I did a video testing some products. I bought like 5 products. I used Honey. You know, I saved a few bucks, and I am glad I saved a few bucks. Honey has found its over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting the Bro Show podcast with Lucas and Jacob. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/LucasJacob. That's joinhoney.com/LucasJacob.
So what are some other highlights from your top 10?
So should we each just say our top 10?
Yeah, okay, I'll admit mine.
Okay, because even though it's like kind of cringy. I'm joking. I'm joking. Just go. You can go first.
Okay, so number 1, Need to Know. Number 2, Big Energy by Lotto. Number 3, NGL by Rebecca Black. That song is so good. Like, you guys have to listen to NGL by Rebecca Black. It is, and you have to listen to the full song because the bridge is just like has all these cool production going on.
That's another person I'm excited to see what her music career goes.
She's another person where before 2021, I always have loved Rebecca Black. In my mind, I was like, oh, I like Rebecca Black. I never gave her music a chance until this year, and I've been loving it.
Yeah, it's great.
Number 4, Angels Like You by Miley Cyrus. So good. Please listen to it immediately.
So you're like a fan of that. I was like a fan of that for like a week. This isn't...
I love it. Angels Like You. It's so good.
I'm glad someone's listening. I'm joking. I just thought it was funny saying that. I'm such a big fan of Miley.
I'm very excited for Miley to start a new era in 2022. It's going to be bigger than ever. She switched record labels.
Also, I'm so glad Miley's doing this New Year's Eve thing. And she got Pete Davidson to do it with her, which like... But like what I'm trying to say is that it's so cool that she's doing it because right after they announced it, Pete Davidson started like dating Kim Kardashian, so then like blew him up even more. So then like it's probably gonna be a big deal. I'm excited.
I know,
But yeah, Miley Cyrus is big in her own right, but that's just cool.
And then number 5, Clouds by Slater, a good like emotional house bop. Number 6, this one, Daddy AF by Slater. I loved this song in 2019. I don't think I've listened to it that much this year, but Apple Music begs to differ.
So this goes into my full song thing. That song is around 2 minutes too.
Yeah, it might just be one of those things. Number 7, High by Miley Cyrus. So good.
How does that go again?
Some Miley stans do think it's about Nick Jonas. It's just about how somebody in her life, she keeps going back to them over and over, and she doesn't know why.
But isn't Nick Jonas married now?
Doesn't mean she doesn't still fantasize about him.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I get it.
Yep, Niley Forever. Number 8, My Head and My Heart by Ava Max. I'm gonna manifest this. 2022 will be the year of Ava Max. She will go into even bigger stardom. I hope and I pray, and I will be doing potions and stuff to make it happen.
Some would argue that this was her year. Even last year.
You could think that, but 2022 is gonna be like everyone is just obsessed with Ava Max. People's dads get her tattooed on their arm. It's gonna be a moment.
Okay.
Number 9, Fuck 'Em All Night by Azealia Banks. Such a good song.
Oh my! I wish that was in my top 10.
Oh my god, this song is so good. So good.
The thing with that song is when I first listened to it, I was like, this song is good, but I don't think I'm actually going to listen to it. But then it became a thing where I actually started listening to it. Like, just the reason why I thought I wasn't going to listen to it is because, like, it's like a hardcore song. Like, it says, like, I've been taking raw dick since 11. It's 4 5 in the morning. I actually have it.
This is so funny because this is part of our year in review. So I might as well just talk about it right now because this won my best song to shake button plants to. That was one of the categories. And it was Fuck 'Em All Night by Azealia Banks. And I have my favorite paragraph from the song.
Okay, say it.
It says, we can slut, we can fuck, we can dig in the guts. We can suck to the nut if you're ready to bust. I got some double D's, a little waist, and a strut. So seductive and plush. Feel the pussy deluxe. He got a crush on me. Now I got him spending his bucks. He want to touch on my body while his tongue on my cunt.
Oh my gosh.
It's iconic. I love how she said dig in the guts. That really gives a visual of like, this isn't going to be any sort of hiccup. I mean, this isn't going to be a regular hookup. This is a dig in the guts hookup.
In this song, it got like she's literally like this. We can suck, we can fuck, we can dig in the guts.
Yeah.
I got some double D's a little waist in this front.
Oh my god, and you have to listen to the song. There's the funniest part halfway through where she always says fuck 'em all day. She says it in her classic Azealia Banks voice. But then she switches up the voice halfway through. She says, fuck 'em all. What'd you say? Fuck 'em all day. Fuck 'em all. Which is like a funny word where you can tell she's doing a joke cartoon voice. How's it go?
Of like a
fuck 'em all night.
Mom.
Fuck 'em all. Yeah, just so funny.
I've been calling him all night, calling him all day.
Oh, that's the part. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. Which is call 'em all day. She does this funny like cartoon ass voice, and it's so iconic. Number 10 is Joan of Arc on the Dance Floor by Ali and AJ. Also a bop, and I believe that's in my top 10.
So yours was like a big variety, if we're being honest.
Yeah, and if you've been thinking about listening to Ali and AJ's music, please listen to Joan of Arc on the Dance Floor. And that's another one where I'm not going to lie, I haven't really gotten into their other music as much, but Joan of Arc on the Dance Floor is certified bop.
Okay, there's a lot of information on this page. There's other stuff we need to get into, like albums.
Oh yeah, let me see if I screenshotted that. Oh, I did screenshot that.
Because okay, so my top 10 are "Call Me by Your Name" by Lil Nas X. Number 2 is "You," Troye Sivan and Tate McRae. I did listen to that a lot.
That song's good.
Yeah, it's like a DJ song. It's really good. Number 3, "Kiss Me More" by Doja Cat. Really good songs.
SZA.
Number 4, "Troubled Paradise" by Slater. Really good song. I haven't listened to it in the recent months, but when it came out for like a few months, that probably was on replay.
Did that come out this year or late last year?
I think it did come out this year.
Oh, that's weird if that's true.
Wait, I think it did in like January though, February.
Okay.
Number 5 is "Heat Waves" by Glass Animals. A really good song. The funny thing is that like this song, I didn't even know who the artist was like a few months ago.
That song is really good though.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Number 6 is "Supermodel" by SZA. So this year, I don't really know what started it, but I listened to SZA's album from 2017 or 18.
What was that one called again? Control or something?
Control. The album cover was so cool.
Oh, like the vintage computers behind
Yeah,
it.
all broken shit.
Yeah, that is cool.
So I listened to this album. I listened to probably like 6 of the songs, and it took me a while, but like I love her music now. It's so good. It's like, I don't know. I love her music though. I don't know what started it, but she's
I need to
really
get more
good.
into SZA.
I know, it just like it's such good music.
I have to get into it.
Number 7 is "Chanel" by Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is another person that I kind of got into this year. Our sister Ali, for some reason, was listening to his song "Last" on Channel Orange. So then, like, I listened to that album and the new album, and he has some really good music too.
He's another person I have to get into. I haven't listened since Channel Orange for some reason.
People think there's gonna be a new album by him, by the way.
Oh my god!
So,
maybe I'll get into it once that happens.
and number 8 is "Drew Barrymore" by SZA. Really good song. I don't know why it's called Drew Barrymore though.
Does she ever mention it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's just like about being like sad a party's ending, I'm pretty sure. Why is it so hard to accept the party is over? Okay, number 9 is really cringy. "Stay" by the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber.
Oh, little Justin Bieber fan.
Yeah. Then
Okay.
number 10 is
That song is really good though. Like that's not even need to be embarrassed about. Like that song is good.
It's so catchy and it
I
just feels like
know.
you're on drugs for the 2 minutes.
Love it.
Number 10 is "Thinking About You" by Frank Ocean. Of course, I knew about this song before
Oh.
this. Yo, but this song is just, I feel like I'm always going to be listening to it. It's like,
I know.
yeah, it's never
I
going
will
to get
just
old.
always think of Arnaz Place in Beverly Hills when I hear about Frank Ocean.
Why?
Because that's when I really listened to. It actually wasn't in Beverly Hills. I was 1 block away, but it was technically Los Angeles. But that's where I lived on Arnaz Place, and Burton Way when Channel Orange. And I was really into Channel Orange.
And something else to say about Frank Ocean is I have to give a props to those channels that do those deep dives. Somehow when I started listening to Frank Ocean, these videos popped up in my recommended of like the genius creative side of Frank Ocean. And it's so interesting learning about like these people's lives. It's just fun.
I like don't know anything about Frank Ocean besides he's gay. I don't know anything about his life, where he's from, anything.
I don't know. I forgot where he's from, but like somewhere in the U.S.
Okay,
I'm going to go pee before we get into the next thing.
Pee break.
I am back. It was a good piss, by the way. 8 out of 10.
Should we go into our top artists?
Yeah.
My top artists of 2021, Miley Cyrus, Lana Del Rey, Slater, Rebecca Black, and Lady Gaga. All of that sounds normal to me. If you asked me exactly a year ago, I'd be like, oh, that sounds normal. The only one that would throw me off is Rebecca Black. But in 2021, I became a Rebecca Black stan, like I already covered.
I'm glad.
I know. I'm glad to have her in my life.
Mine are Frank Ocean. Wait, it says how many hours you listen. That's
Okay,
kinda
how many
funny.
hours does it say for you?
For my number 1, it's 20 hours. What's your
Mine
number?
was 8. That's why I know this is fake.
Yeah, because I feel like when I actually done it, I probably listen to music like a few hours, maybe not a few, like I don't know, an hour a day, and that's like 3. Yes, that'd be so many hours. I don't know. Frank Ocean, number 1. Number 2, SZA, which I just talked about those 2 people. They were my faves of the year. Kanye West, which I listened to like his old albums, and he just has so many good songs. And I the thing about Kanye West and Azealia Banks, I like how they call themselves geniuses.
Oh, I love that energy.
I just like I could say I'm a creative genius. I don't have any like. I mean, I guess you could say like the proof is my YouTube videos, but I just like how they're that. I feel like it takes for sure takes that confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Ariana Grande, which I don't really get because like she doesn't have any new albums, but hey, I'm a stan. Number 5 is Lady Gaga.
Okay. Lady Gaga was my 5 too, so. Top albums, all are pretty spot on for me. Number 1, Rebecca Black Was Here, which, oh my God, it got the number 1 album for me.
I feel like
it is only an EP. Maybe that makes it better.
Well, wouldn't that be Howdo though? Because it's only 5 songs.
Oh yeah. If you want to get into Rebecca Black Was Here, listen to NGL and Personal. Those are both the ones I always go back to. Number 2, Emotion by Carly Rae Jepsen. Like, I'm one of those. I am embarrassed. It took me this long to get into the album.
I mean, if I think about it, that's for sure true because there's so many times where like you've played Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah, like that album is just so good. That's the same one that has like Run Away With Me, Your Type. Like there's just so many bops. Number 3, Troubled Paradise by Slater. Amazing album of 2021. Number 4, Blue Banisters by Lana Del Rey. A little indie moment.
Oh, that's crazy.
And number 5, Plastic Hearts by Miley Cyrus.
Okay. It's so funny because it always just like, it kind of does like like album are connected at some point.
I know, literally.
Number 1, Montero by Lil Nas X. Album is so good. I mostly like the first half of the album. The first half is like upbeat, and then the second half is like sadder, and like I haven't really listened to those songs that much.
Oh yeah.
But I like the upbeat songs. Number 2, Control by SZA. Number 3, Troubled Paradise.
That was my number 3 too.
Oh my gosh. Number 4, A Women by Queen Hobie. This album is so good.
I'm surprised that didn't appear anywhere on mine because I really like that album.
Literally, probably like 80% of the songs I've listened to like so many times.
Oh yeah.
And it also makes it cool that she's from Nebraska.
And just like independent, like she does it all herself.
Yeah, for sure. And then number 5 is Donda.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, guys.
Love that. Both of us, we had different but kind of similar tastes, and you guys know a little bit more about us now.
There was like a few people that like weren't on mine and were on yours, and there was a few people that were on mine and weren't on yours. Like, for example, you mentioned Lana Del Rey. I listened to Lana Del Rey. She wasn't on any of my like biggest ones. Who was another person that you mentioned?
Miley?
Miley wasn't on any of mine. So I listened to these people, obviously, like in the albums, but that's just crazy it wasn't on mine. And then for mine, it was probably Frank Ocean and SZA. Weren't on yours, but on mine.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was great. Should we get into the year in review?
For sure.
So the first category was Best Song to Shake a Button Plants To, which I already covered was Fuck 'Em All Night by Azealia. What was yours?
Oh, okay. I actually was thinking about doing Fuck 'Em All Night, but I didn't. Mine was, I actually put a sentence. I'll just say the whole thing. This one is hard because this wasn't a butt implant year, but.
Yeah, actually it wasn't.
Yeah, so I said butt and then I'm going to say what mine is, but the thing about it is that I for sure love butt implant shaking songs, but I can't find a song where I'm like, this was it, because there's been so many songs that are butt implant song that I've listened to, but they haven't like made it to the mark where I'm going to claim it's the butt implant song of the year.
It also might be more of a breast implant year, because even looking at this Azealia Banks verse, she mentions her vagina and double D's a low waist. I don't think in the whole song she mentions ass. So like it might be a breast implant year.
I know it could be. So mine now, Ecstasy by Brie Runway.
Oh.
Ecstasy. That's how you feel when you're next to me.
How wasn't that in your top music? All you do is listen to Brie Runway.
That song is just like, I love how that song is probably 2 minutes. There's 5 different songs in that song.
So good. That part in the middle where it goes like, ecstasy, and you feel like you're like literally doing drugs. Like, if you do drugs right now and want to stop, just don't do drugs and listen to that song.
And then my other one that I'm going to give an honorable mention is Thought Shit by Megan Thee Stallion. That was
this year?
Yeah, that was the biggest one of the year. Ecstasy isn't really a butt implant, but is really good. Thought Shit probably is the winner.
Yeah. Another recent butt implant song that I got into was Kitty Cat by Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, that
song just like pumps me up. Something about like this song just gets me going.
I know. I've like recently when I listen to songs, I pay more attention to the lyrics, and like I just love how the lyrics are always like, "Bitch, you mad?" I just like, oh, that's kind of fun sometimes.
I know for sure.
Okay, the next one, a little award show.
Oh, yeah. Bro show. Year in review.
Best song to cry to for attention.
Oh, this is always a vibe.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not trying to be like, I have no emotions, but have I even cried this year? I don't even know. What the
Wait.
hell? I'm not kidding. Have I just literally not cried? I need to do a release session.
Wait, actually, I'm not even joking to be like, is this like, am I like taken over by toxic masculinity or something?
Is this the year of numb?
Well, I feel so many things, but like, I feel like this sounds like so toxic masculinity, but I'm actually just going to say it. I feel like I'm like not like a crier, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I've gone through stages where I am.
I feel like I sometimes do feel sad. That's normal. But I don't really like cry.
I feel like I tear up, but I don't cry. Like I even tear up listening to music sometimes, but like I don't ever let the tears never fall, but I just like tear up and I'm like, oh my God, it's so cute or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't like fully cry. But I feel like I'm overdue for a crying session. I'm going to schedule one.
Oh yeah. Wait, is there just like a place, like a therapist where you go to just to cry for like an hour?
Probably.
Okay, I'll sign up.
I remember when I did go to a therapist, they like, when I was crying, they said, you aren't letting yourself release it. They said I was holding back. So maybe I'm a hold back person.
Well, because I kind of, like when you said I want to just cry, for some reason I feel like if you were fully crying, if I was fully free crying, I would like, and this sounds so funny, but I feel like if we're going back to like how Anna was, I'd be like crying, but I was being like, yeah! Just like letting like whatever I want to cry about, or like if I, some things like, just letting it all out, you know?
Oh, I just remembered. I just cried like a month ago.
You don't have to say why.
Oh, yeah.
But I am fully, but yeah, I fully like subscribe to the belief that you need to let your emotions out / like even just talking to family about your emotions. It doesn't have to be a therapist, which like I haven't been to a therapist in my life, but therapists are for sure helpful. But I just feel like letting your feelings out instead of just like not talking about them ever.
Oh, yeah.
Even to your friends or family.
Even if they have nothing to offer, but it just feels good to let it out, you know?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite song to cry to for attention?
Okay, thinking about you. I feel like by Frank Ocean, I feel like someone, like someone listening is like, wait, did you like go through like a breakup or something? I just like that song. Like it's so good and just like, just so tranquil.
Mine is White Dress by Alana. This
That
is
one's
such a
good.
good one to just like reminisce on the good old days. Like even if you're like 16 listening to this, reminisce on the good old days, you know? Back when you were a waitress and just everything was so much more simple. Like I just love that type of thing.
If I'm being completely honest, maybe I do listen to sad songs so I can like fake relate to them. Because, okay, the tea about it is with White Dress by Lana Del Rey. I love that song when it came out. But whenever it comes on now, I don't listen to it anymore because I feel like I can't make up a situation where I can be like, maybe I kind of relate to this. So I can't even listen to it anymore because the beauty's gone. So I feel like I am one of those people where it's like, I kind of have to like have like even just kind of stretching something so far.
Yeah, but the thing with white dresses, I've never been a waiter or anything, but somehow I like feel like it's about my life. Like I never been to the Men in Music Business Conference in Orlando or whatever the F, but I feel like I was there like listening to it. Even we listened to the White Stripes when they were red hot. I've never listened to the White Stripes, but like when I listen to it, I'm like, that does suck. Like we used to listen to the White Stripes and they used to be red hot. Like, you know?
Yeah. Talking about like these situations, it reminds me of my dreams. Recently, I've been thinking, what the F am I consuming to have these dreams? I kind of feel like my mind has too much information in it because the other night I had a dream. I'm just going to say what my dream was. It was the pretty simple dream. So it involves Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And for some reason, if I have a dream with a housewife in it, I feel like bad because it's like, I need to do more. Like,
I know, it's like, why is that in my subconscious?
Yeah, like, I don't care if 100 people told me right now, it's fine to dream about that. That's just something you like. People like sports or whatever. But I just can't dream about housewives. That just is a low point in my life. But it was a dream where these people were walking from house to house in Utah.
Yeah?
And saying to people's doors, saying, if you're gay, it's bad. And then they knocked on Mary Cosby's door from Housewives.
Yes.
And in my dream, I was like viewing this, by the way. I wasn't in it. I was like viewing it like a TV show. And in my dream, I was like, she like owns a church. Like, like, you know, some of the Bible, like, people say it's homophobic.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking, oh, maybe she is, like, kind of homophobic in this dream.
Yeah.
But then she opened the door and she was like, why would you do this? I love gay people. And I was like, I was so excited in the dream. I was like,
that's good. That was your dream. That was like your subconscious mind, like realizing that like even if you own a church, like you could be all for gays.
oh, yeah. Yeah. So I
And
guess
your
there
subconscious,
was...
for some reason, used the housewives to show you that.
But I just woke up in that dream and I was like, I can't be having housewives dreams.
But you shouldn't feel ashamed because, like you said, some people are into sports for fun. If they have a sports dream, they'd be like, oh, that's normal.
That's true.
So let's see. Next one. Best worst thing a celeb did that they should be slapped for. And I was thinking about this. I couldn't really think of anything. Like, nothing came to my mind.
Honestly, same with me. Like, nothing... I don't know. There wasn't... I kind of had to, like, really, like, search my mind.
Yeah, but I did... What were you going to say?
I just said I really did search my mind.
I did settle on Demi Lovato singing Skyscraper to a ghost who also happened to be a Demi stan.
Oh, my gosh. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
And I don't think Demi should be slapped. They should be praised. Iconic, legendary. I think no matter where I am in my life, 70 years from now, if somehow I live that long. Wait, how long would that be? Oh, hopefully I do live that long. Even if I live another 200 years, if someone brings up Demi Lovato singing Skyscraper to a ghost, I know I'll smile.
For sure. That's funny. Mine was... So I had to really think about it. I actually went on, like, online and searched, like, celebrity scandals. To see, like, if I actually was mad about any of them. It's so
you
funny.
Actually were, like, triggered?
And I wasn't, like even slightly being like, oh, they should be slapped for this. And so the thing that I came up with was celebrity parties. And I have some examples. Like, okay, so like, I'm not saying anyone should be slapped for this. But what I'm trying to say is like, there's something so like weird about saying, like, so there was like, I remember hearing like Chrissy Teigen had a celebrity party. And like, I don't know if she said that, but like, just knowing that it's like me having a party saying, influencer party, like something about it irks me. And even if I was famous and I was at one of these celebrity parties, I'd go, but just titling as a celebrity party, I don't know if it's but something about it is just, it irks me.
Oh yeah.
So that's what
if
I'm
they
saying.
actually did say like, I'm having a celebrity party, it's like, boo, what?
They kind of did though, because like I'm assuming at this party there only was celebrities.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't hate Chrissy Teigen. I just thought it was kind of funny.
She's over. Best news story. So mine actually was the Chanel calendar. This is very recent. I think a lot of mine when I was doing these, I kept thinking of something that happened in like the last 3 weeks. That's all my mind went back to. But like, so there was this Chanel advent calendar. I think it was like $800. And I guess it was a scandal online because people were saying, oh my God, Chanel ripped everyone off. I'm fully on Chanel's side. Like, boo boo, you're buying a Chanel advent calendar. Like, I hope they give you dirt. You know what I mean?
What was in it?
Everyone, it's just like the dumbest shit. And they were saying, like, why did I spend $800 on a Chanel advent calendar? It's like, do you think you're going to get a Chanel bag, honey?
The reason why
you're the one spending $1,000 on an advent calendar that you're going to throw away when it comes to Christmas. It's like, I hope you get scammed hard.
Okay, the reason why I'm on Chanel's side, okay, this is my point of view. Now, you could, buying a Chanel bag for $3,000, in my mind right now, if you have one, go pop off. I'm just saying, it's a scam. Like, why, spending even $30,000 on a Birkin, it's a scam. Like,
I do think Chanel bags are so cool, though.
No, but like me spending that amount of money on anything, like someone could say like it's a scam, like you just are trying to be cool, you know?
Yeah.
So like I'm fully on Chanel's side. Like they should just put mud in it.
And that's why I hope there was like just a Kleenex used in one of the boxes that you open on like day 17. It's like you're the one buying a Chanel thing. It's like the only reason you'd ever buy that is to just you're just trying to feel rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if it
so
was
it's like I'm glad they brought you down to earth and just gave you a little like
if you spent
napkin.
like $5,000 on a vehicle and it's shitty, that sucks because like you're actually gonna use it. But if you're buying something from Chanel, you're just blowing money. Like I totally get people that buy stuff from these luxury places, but you're just blowing money, so it doesn't matter.
You have to say I think Chanel bags are cool though. Those are like timeless, so it actually is like a good investment.
But like you don't make money from it, right?
Oh no, that's why I always have wondered when people say like I'm getting a Birkin as an investment. I always wonder if they actually hold their value. But everyone claims they do. But I just want to know if this actually is true.
Oh yeah, maybe like the ones that are like 5 of 5. Like there's only 5 of them.
Oh yeah, but what was
I don't know.
But back to what were we just saying? What were crap? What?
Oh, the Chanel Advent Calendar. I was kind of like
yeah.
hating on luxury brands, even though like I don't really give a shit.
Oh yeah, but what was I? Oh yeah, because like these I feel like I had a point to say, but I forgot. But like wouldn't it be like even if you look at like a Gucci sweater, like you could get the exact same thing for $40, but.
Oh yeah, like that.
You can't get mad at. It's like you're the one who bought it, so I don't even feel bad for you.
That's what my point is.
You don't need any of these things, you know?
Yeah, basically that's what my point of if you buy a car for $5,000 and it sucks.
Yeah, you actually need a car.
Fucked you over. That actually sucks because like you need a car. But if you spent $5,000 on a Gucci sweater and you complain about it ripping after 2 weeks. I just don't feel bad because you're the one that was willing to spend $5,000 on a sweater.
For just a regular sweater that says Gucci.
Yeah, so I just like feel like I can't feel bad if you're spending that amount of money.
But also, what was I going to say?
On like something that isn't useful.
Also, I've always wondered with these advent calendar scandals. Remember, even like Zoella had one time where people were like, why isn't there more in the advent calendar? It's like, did you actually think, like, if you spend $20 on an advent calendar, do you actually think everything in there is going to go up to that value? Like, obviously, it's going to be way less because they want to make money. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember that Zoella one.
If Zoella sells an advent calendar for like $100, like the value of all of this stuff in the calendar isn't going to be $100. Like that just wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I never wonder.
I just don't get what they expect they're going to get.
I remember hearing about that Zoella one, and I was also thinking like, well, like she can't actually put stuff that's like. I think people think they're gonna get more than what the $20 worth.
Yeah, like it's somehow like a thing where they're gonna get more money than what they spend. It's like
even going back to the Chanel one. If someone got me a Chanel advent calendar and there was just like mud in it, okay? So in my brain, the only reason of an advent calendar is like just it's fun opening it. Like if someone got me a Chanel advent calendar, I'd be excited even if it was just shitty stuff because there's just like excitement and being like, what's today gonna be, you know?
Yeah, and I almost think like the Chanel one, like wouldn't it be more about like the look of the whole calendar? It's like every time you open up the whole 25 days, you aren't gonna get some glamorous ass item.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what? If you bought the Chanel calendar, you deserve it. And I'm sorry I had to break it to you, but it's the truth. But in 2022, make better decisions.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was your favorite news story?
Wait, that took a while. Let me so I actually couldn't think of one. I actually like Googled and searched my brain. I couldn't think of any. So I honestly like what I'm trying to say is that I didn't even know this was a big deal, but it is a big deal. Like I wouldn't have known it was a big deal before it was a big deal. Ben Affleck and J-Lo dating. Like what?
Oh my God, that was this year.
What I'm trying to say is that like I'm not like anti-celebrities. I'm just saying like I just am not, like I love J-Lo's music, but I just like am not like part of that world. But I mean it's such a big deal, and like they created a yacht for it, and like I'm happy for them, I guess.
Doesn't it seem like 2021 was like kind of the year of bringing back these publicity couples?
Oh,
like this
it
has been a year
was.
of like couples.
Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly, publicity couple.
Like when was the last time anyone really gave a shit about couples before this year? Like I feel like it took like a 5-year break maybe.
Oh yeah,
I feel like now couples are like doing the most. Like Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, where they dyed their tongues black. Like they're fully like trying to do like moments.
Yeah. Part of me thinks I'm like heartless because only people in real life I can care about if they're dating. When people do these tweets saying this famous couple, like, or anyone that has like a following couple is the cutest couple ever, I never like. I guess I'm not heartless. I'm just like I can never understand where they're coming from.
Oh yeah.
But like, is that part of you? It's like they're the cutest couple ever, but I just can't. I can't like grasp it, and I'm not even joking. I just like unless people in real life I think like they're cute couples, but not these like influencers or celebrities.
Yeah, like for Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, like I've always just been annoyed when I see them because I feel like she shouldn't be with him, and I know what's good for her.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
so it's just
know
like
what you mean.
But I feel like it's fun she's having a moment though. Like I think she does need this moment to like have
just be
fun
like
and
edgy.
like be edgy, kind of like a rock chick, you know?
Yeah.
But I know eventually like she'll cut him off.
She's probably always wanted to do this for a little bit. I bet.
She probably even has like I bet you if you looked at her little Apple calendar, probably some point in 2022 she has a date. Dump him, you know? And like she'll just in the middle of dinner break up with him and never talk to him again. But like it'll be fun. It's fun while it lasted, you know?
Yeah, I think I might be done this on my tweet, but I think there should be like more people dating like that. I feel like it doesn't need to be like well didn't get married. It should just be like me like what is dating for like the next 3 years and then like probably got quits because this isn't like that deep.
Hopefully she Insta stories the breakup. She'll be like,
Oh,
come
alive?
on. What's his name? Does he have like a name? Like, does she say like,
Machine
come
Gun
on, Machine Gun Kelly? So she'll be like, she'll have like her Insta story up and she'll be like, Machine Gun Kelly, like, let's take a selfie. And then she'll say, by the way, we're done. And then like just record the whole thing and like make it a moment.
I thought of the funniest thing when you said Instagram story. Whenever I'm on Instagram and I see someone's live, this is like so weird, but I always think that they're having a mental breakdown. So I click on it for a second because I'm like, wait, this person's having a mental breakdown. I want to see like why they're sad.
Yeah.
But like they never are. But like for some reason I associate Instagram lives. I never actually watch them, but I think it's because I see these YouTube videos being like, this celebrity cries on Instagram live. And I always think they're gonna like be like exposing something.
Do you like comment when you're in the Instagram live? Like for some reason, whenever I watch an Instagram live, I always try to get their attention. Like I'm this desperate ass being like, hi.
Well, yesterday I was only on this person for like a second and clicked after.
It's so funny. I always try to like get attention. But hey, like comment on what they're saying and stuff. But I haven't been acknowledged yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So next up, biggest jackass.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of goes, my biggest jackass. Correct me if I'm wrong, because this doesn't seem right. But apparently the fake tuna Subway thing happened in 2021. Which I don't believe, but I looked on Google.
It did happen, yeah.
And I looked at, when we did that podcast about fake Subway tuna.
Probably
it was
in
this
February.
year. So I would say they're the biggest jackasses because he was real tuna.
I
Allegedly.
I kind of like how they like use fake tuna though.
Y'all said they're the biggest jackass because I'm pissed.
So I couldn't think of anything, but then after like probably 30 seconds, my brain went to the biggest jackass thing of 2021.
Oh shit. Am I going to be really mad?
The 90-day single life reunion.
Oh,
I remember I was
God.
at Lucas's house watching the 90-day single life reunion.
Season 1.
And I'm not gonna pinpoint people of the cast, but I will admit it, I loved it. But it was the most. Everyone on that set, I'm pretty sure they all hated this one girl, and everyone, even these people who thought were nice, were hating on them. I'm pretty sure this happened, and it was just like the most toxic. Everyone hated each other, and like they acted like they were the most famous thing ever. And it was if I was on set that day, I would leave after 5 seconds. But it was fun to watch.
But it's just so funny, 90 Day Fiancé, because the whole show, 90 Day Fiancé, you're watching their lives. They live in regular places. They're just like the regular ass people, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why we love the show. It's just like, oh my God, they have like, you know what I mean? They're just doing regular stuff. But then when they do the reunion for some reason, they all pretend like they're like the Kardashians or something. Like they get like glam, like full spray hands, like renting a gown and stuff, and it's just like, what is going on? And
the other thing that was funny about it is that there was this one girl, I don't know any of their names anymore, but that didn't show up to set, and it was so funny it was so funny because they kept FaceTiming her saying, where are you? And like, she just went missing, and I love how they kept that whole thing in.
I remember the first time I ever watched 90 Day Fiancé, it was like 5 years ago. During the reunion, one of the comebacks one of these guys did, because some guy was in a fight with another guy, and he walked off set, lifted up his shoe and said, do you see the red bottoms? He said, yeah, so shut up. It's like, what? It's like, that's going to be the comeback?
Oh my god.
That was the comeback. Just saying, by the way, I spent $1,000 on shoes. It's like, that's a dumb decision, but okay. If you want to use that as a comeback.
That's just like, stuff like that is just like bad energy.
I know. Just like, though you're in such a bad mood watching it, but it's so therapeutic also.
I think one of the biggest things in this reunion was Colty and Big Ed. For some reason they had this feud going on because Big Ed said, you used to live at your mom's house. And then there was this one girl that had like 3 kids and she lived in like Louisiana. You know that girl, and she's a mom.
I'm gonna block her out of my mind.
And she owned this store that sold bras.
Oh, I remember her now.
She was like during the reunion, like, by the way, if you're watching, I actually want to be friends with you. But I am going to throw a little bit of shade. You were like acting so famous.
No, she was the one exactly who I thought of, where once the reunion happens, they're suddenly a Kardashian.
Yeah, it felt like she was helping these other people. And it was like this weird ass thing that I can't understand.
Loved how Colty's mom, Debbie, which, by the way, the new single life season follows Debbie's sex life. Debbie is like 65 and I think she's a widow, but she's finding love again, and it's all about her. But she came into the reunion on that season and just blew everyone down. Remember, she put Big Ed in his place within like 30 seconds. Don't you remember? Like she shot everyone down and was like so rude below the belt. Just like
I I'm not joking. One of the most interesting people on this planet.
I know, it's so weird because in the new season, I don't know if the producers are feeding her these lines, but she says the most sexual things, and like she's so into sex, which I mean, I guess every human is, I guess. But like I just never expected that from Debbie.
I know. I haven't watched it yet, but you told me that earlier, and like I can't even imagine it.
Yeah, she keeps just like, yeah, it's just, yeah. Yep,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, you have to watch the reunion to even understand what the vibe is, but it's like, it's so fun to watch, but like, I wouldn't recommend watching it right when you wake up, for sure.
Oh, it's like
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Biggest non-jackass of 2021.
Wait.
You didn't do this one?
Oh, mine is, like the actual asshole of the human body. Like, they don't even mean. So why do you call people an asshole? Like, that's kind of, like, that's so dumb because the asshole isn't even mean.
What would be like a more appropriate thing? Why do we always go for like the penis, vagina, ass? Like,
Oh,
what
like,
else
you're
could
such
be?
a pussy, you're such a dick. Like, I don't know, there needs to be another award because I am done with making body parts bad. I'm done with it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's very bad.
That's out for this year. That's just that's out.
That's out, guys. In 2022, don't do that anymore. My biggest non-jackass was Lady Gaga in House of Gucci. I just think that it was very kind of her to put so much effort into House of Gucci.
Why is everyone hating on it? Like, why? I always see these tweets of people saying like, wait, she's promoting a movie so much, but the movie isn't even good. Like, stuff like that.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
Would I watch it again? No. It's way too effing long, but I liked it.
But I do have to admit, and I will admit it, if Lady Gaga wasn't in it and I watched the movie, I wouldn't like it as much. I would have thought it's interesting, but I honestly think any movie that Lady Gaga's in, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, for sure. If she was in that movie, yeah, I wouldn't have liked it as much. Lady Gaga makes the whole movie.
For
but
sure.
Also, I want to just say I'm so thankful she sacrificed so much. Have you seen those memes of her saying like, yeah, like nobody should ever like go that deep into a character. But then people like make fun of it by saying like little things she did that aren't even that deep. Like someone had a screenshot of like she was using her left hand in the movie when really she was right-handed. And then they say like, they show her quote of like, no actor should ever go that far for a movie.
Oh, so like she's just trying to say like she did like the accent for months before and like actually was acting like she's that girl.
Apparently she did like method acting where like she was that girl and like she was actually like depressed about like she just got so into it.
I would argue that my whole life is method acting.
Oh yeah, what's gonna be the new character you're gonna method act for 2022?
I feel like the thing with me is that I don't create it; it just happens over time.
Oh yeah, it decides, not you.
Yeah, like, and I don't even know. It's an external force.
Favorite sexual thing of 2021?
I put oatmeal, overnight oats, oatmeal in the microwave. I feel like it's so essential for my human life.
Mine is Lil Nas. You just have to admit, 2021 would be so much less sexual if Lil Nas X didn't happen. He really brought the sexual energy to 2021, twerking, making out with guys on stage, thrusting in dance routines.
He literally, if you watch the music video for That's What I Want, it's literally him having sex with a guy.
Yeah, he really brought the sexual energy where it was lacking.
Yeah, honestly, I'm glad that he's like bringing, I'm just gonna say, I don't know if it's like completely true, but he's like bringing back like having a moment. Like he made that album have so many moments and like made it a thing. Like
I know, like he dominated 2021
from
for
the
being honest.
beginning. Call Me by Your Name, like he made a moment out of like that whole music video and the song.
I know, it actually is crazy.
Yeah, he for sure does get an award.
Favorite unsexual thing?
I put fans because I pictured my dick in a fan and it sounds uncomfortable.
Oh, that is very unsexual. Mine is Ava Max, just because I don't feel any sexual energy towards her. So for me, she's unsexual. But for other people, probably, oh my God, Ava Max, like boobs. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But for me, like she's my favorite unsexual thing because she just is everything, but not sexual to me. You know?
Okay, yeah, that's for sure
and
good.
2022 will be her Lil Nas X year.
Oh.
In 2022, maybe she's going to become so sexual in 2022 and dominate the year like Lil Nas X.
That'd be cool.
With her little uneven wig. I cannot wait. Best film of 2021.
Okay, as I said earlier, I thought it was Brokeback Mountain. Such a good movie. I don't even think I said that was the best film last year. It was the best film of last year. The only thing that I could think of was there was this HBO documentary called Every Brilliant Thing. It's like a playwright or a screenwriter. I don't even know what that really means, but I think it's just like it's like a play, but this person like acted it out. It's not like a play, but it's basically about like this. I'm just smiling, but like he made it like sweet, but like and funny kind of. But it was about like his mom always wanted to commit suicide, so he listed off like every brilliant thing and like. He made like a list of like 1,000,000 brilliant things so his mom would stay alive.
Wouldn't like be sad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
I thought it was a good movie. Oh, a good doc, whatever you call it.
My best film is Addison Rae's movie. He's All That. I just honestly, even more than House of Gucci, I feel like Addison Rae's movie, He's All That, made the biggest splash of 2021.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think it made a big impact. Everyone was talking about it, and yeah, it was her year. She's now signed to a 3-movie Netflix deal, so she's the movie star of 2021.
Yeah,
Move over, Gaga.
Whatever opinions people had to say about it, negative or positive, it still was like the biggest movie of the year.
Yeah, people who talked bad about it, all you did was make the movie more famous.
I know, literally.
Now she's rich, thanks to your hate. Time you got most physically hurt in 2021. I couldn't think of anything. I don't think I've gotten hurt this year.
Well, mine immediately came to mind because it was recent.
What was it?
So, a couple nights ago, in the county that we live in, for some reason, like the people at the police office, I don't even know how it works, decided to put an alarm off like the water was ending.
Oh, yeah, there was an alarm at 11 at night. So, like, a lot of people were already in bed and shit, and it was the most annoying ass sound from your phone.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was a test, but the test is only supposed to be for people part of the office. Like, it isn't for like the public to hear. So I was sleeping because I always go to bed early, and this alarm went off, and I legit thought the water was ending. I jumped over my bed, landed on the floor, hit my knee, and there was still like a scab.
Ow!
And
like you landed on the floor on your knees?
Yeah, like so. Something that I am glad about is that I am glad that when I'm scared, I have that much adrenaline. I feel like if there was a killer in the house, I could have ran the fuck away like 500 miles. But I'm glad about that. I'm grateful. But
did you run straight to our parents' room?
Yeah, and I was so scared. And I don't even know what was on my mind. Was it like a killer in the house, or like the water was running? But it only lasted like 30 seconds. But for those 30 seconds, I got hurt. And for the next one, it's favorite time you thought the water was going to end. Literally that one. I literally thought the water was ending / like I was going to die.
And you said 30 seconds, but I think that you might be more ninja than that because our mom also got the alert. She said that she got the alert and then like a millisecond later, you were at the door.
No.
Like you ran down that hallway so fast. I think it was literally like a half a second.
I think I realized... So this is like for like an OG pod listener, but this thing happened in Palm Springs where we had to run. It sounds so dramatic, but I don't know if it is that dramatic. But we had to run, and I realized ever since then, I think if I'm ever in a bad situation, I feel like I have so much like, I feel like I could like run like, I can't even run 5-minute miles, but I feel like I could somehow do it if I'm that scared.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, it was scary.
My favorite time I got hurt was I couldn't think of any time I've gotten injured this year, but I just said one time I went on a bike ride during a hot day and I was so exhausted and my legs hurt so bad and I was in a bad mood.
Oh, okay.
Yep. We went on it together with our sister.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You guys started walking on your bikes.
Yeah, and it was just like I was like, what did I ever do this for? Favorite time I thought the world was gonna end was it was when I first started hearing that people were getting breakthrough infections with the vaccine. Because I didn't, everyone kind of knew that could happen, but we didn't actually think it would,
Oh, yeah.
So once I started hearing that people who even got vaccinated are getting COVID in September, I was like, what? And I was like, great, the world's never going to get back together and we'll all just die. But it's gone up since then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I realized that. I swear so many people thought this too. I legit thought literally it's over. I thought I don't have to wear a mask and I'm just gonna do whatever I want because I can't get it. And the vaccine is so helpful. I'm not saying don't get the vaccine, but I'm just saying I legit thought it was over. It was over.
And I'm once I got both the vaccines,
boom.
I literally went to Vegas, no mask, packed ass everything, fully just out and living. And
yeah, but it turns out you still need to be safe, obviously.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Favorite food to blow out with in 2021?
Mine was ramen. I've only had it once, but it was so effing good.
Mine is a McChickens. I feel like everyone's had a McChicken and loved it, but you need to start bringing them into your life more.
Spicy or normal?
Both, but preferably spicy for me. And they're only $1.
I know that, like, your blowout meal is a good one.
I know. Meal prep for the week, buy 7.
Yeah.
Something you realized you hated in 2020.
2021.
Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, mine said 2022 because I haven't updated it. I hate waking up early more and more as I get older. I feel like that isn't even something you realize you hated. I mean, I'm down to get up early, but it's fun sleeping in, I guess.
Something I realized I hated was wind. I've always hated it though, so that's actually a lie.
Oh, okay.
Deep realization of the year.
I'm just gonna read what I wrote down. Ain't that serious, love? Oh my gosh, change. I know myself more as I get older, and I'm in love with that idea. I love like how like you like never fully know yourself, and I love the idea of like I'm like ever evolving. Like
I know,
like nothing's like permanent.
That is cool.
I like that idea.
My deep realization was just wondering why some people do some stuff for TikTok, and the reason why I thought this is because I was on Twitter. Joe Santagato, he's like a YouTube comedian person. He posted this thing and he said, what is going on basically? It's this family that's like a musical family. They're at an ice cream shop and the person said, what do you want? And they have this whole singing thing, like the mom does a whole run being like vanilla, like, and they say like chocolate swirl, and like they have this whole song down where there's like, we want vanilla strawberry scoops, like, and the whole thing where it's just like, oh, okay, that's cute and fun, like a cute viral moment. But I just wish I could see what happened after. Like, after they do this whole singing thing in the ice cream shop, like, the workers be like, okay, like, there's a line behind you, like, what do you guys actually want? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how does it transition to, like, actually ordering? Because it's like, yeah, like, you just sang the whole song, but you just mentioned every ice cream flavor, so I don't know which one you guys actually want, like, what size, what type of cone.
I think they
and it's just like, also there's a line behind you, so like.
I think they know the people that work there, so they were like, oh, let's do it.
Yeah, it could have all just been set up.
I know. I don't know. Stuff like that is so interesting.
I am glad people do it though because I love watching it.
I know. I feel like TikTok does create more clowns, you know?
I just wonder if some of this stuff is true also because remember one time there was this TikTok of this person saying, my nanny for my kids is the best singer and she never wants to upload a video of her singing. And it was like secretly recording the girl singing because I guess she was like singing Frozen for the kids, you know? And then all the comments were like, do you have like her permission to post this? But I always wonder if stuff like that, like, was that all planned where like it was going to be like, let's plan like a viral moment of you singing?
Okay, there's so much stuff like that on TikTok especially. Well, I always just assume it's fake. But there is a large chance it's real is the thing. And I'm just like not actually analyzing it.
Favorite YouTuber of 2021?
Kelly Stamps. I love her content. It's
was
good.
that this year you found her?
No, it was actually last year.
Oh, okay. Mine is Darmian.
Oh, do you actually watch his videos? I
actually have never watched his videos. But I just feel like he just is like, go him, you know?
Oh, yeah. I think YouTube sent out this newsletter to like everyone that has an account, I think. And I don't know if they usually do this, but they rated like top YouTubers, top most views, and like he was like number 3. And I love how they did that because most of the people like I don't know, like there's like so many people get so many views.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
He somehow uploads 4 films a week. I've only watched one ever because I was gonna do a video reacting to it. It's about like a spoiled kid or something. But they're so funny because it's literally like a Lifetime movie, like a cheesy Lifetime movie, somehow in 8 mints.
That's
and
cool.
And they even have gay ones like gay waiter fired for being gay. I can't wait to watch like the gay side of it too.
I honestly I don't think I've ever watched one, but I love what he's doing. Like it sounds cool from what you described.
Yeah. Favorite person who randomly decided to do porn in 2021. So this actually was a 2020 question, and I wrote, I feel like this doesn't really apply to 2021. Like that was more of a 2020 thing, being like, wait, this person has an OnlyFans. Now it's just like I feel like you wouldn't bat an eye.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like I feel like everything's just kind of porn now.
Yeah, but part of me, if I actually think about this OnlyFans thing, part of me thinks that OnlyFans, For some people, obviously there's actual porn on it. For some people, it's just an outlet to post their Instagram photos on OnlyFans. Like, I kind of don't believe that OnlyFans created more porns, like created more celebrities doing porn. Like, I don't even think most of them are doing porn.
They're just like showing their naked body, which so many people already post like kind of naked photos on Instagram anyway.
Even for like these magazines, people do naked photos, like these celebrities. So I kind of feel like, in a way, I feel like it didn't create that much of a difference.
That's so true. Like celebrities doing like Playboy has already been a thing for like so long.
But I feel like the difference is like anyone that is like cool that anyone, if they want to, like people can subscribe to this person doing like nudity, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's cool. That's a thing.
Let's see. Worst.
Oh, you can say it.
Oh, sorry. Worst trend of 2021. Mine
was, and I'm really passionate about this, fake stories. No, this isn't like a Donald Trump moment. Fake news. I'm talking about this like side pouch skinny jeans thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it actually like it doesn't actually give me a headache, but I'm just gonna use that. It gives me a headache when people say like, is this like, why does Gen Z like this? Like, it's just like none of this is like, it is like, I know it sounds so annoying, like I'm above it, but like none of it's real. So like, why is everyone acting like it's real? And it's just like, I know it's fake. Like, there's other things like this. Like, it's not like serious stuff, like the skinny jeans thing, and it's like, it's not.
Also, I feel like millennials are guilty of it too. Like the whole millennial and Gen Z thing of being like, we're so young and hip. Millennials do that. Because I was watching this video about like how shopping's changing, and this guy was like, yeah, like maybe my mom wants to shop at a department store and like get her clothing that way. But he's like, millennials and Gen Z, like, we need everything online. It's like, boo-boo, like, even our parents want everything online. You know what I mean? Like, our parents would rather shop online than in person, but, like, everyone tries to act like, oh, yeah, like, only millennials and Gen Z get it. It's like, everyone, even our grandma uses Amazon at this point. Like, it's not really a thing where you can pretend only people under the age of, like, 35 are with it, you know?
Okay, you brought up a good point. I don't know if this is a thing with, like, the world evolving. And this isn't 100% true, but to a certain extent it is true. I feel like generations collide more than they used to. I swear, like there is older people that don't understand the internet. But I'm saying, like, I feel like there's a majority that do understand the internet and, like, do TikTok and, like, all this shit that these young people are doing. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I kind of feel like there isn't such thing, like I'm not talking about, but there isn't such thing as like an older thing or a younger thing. Like, it kind of blends more than it did.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like, at least.
Yeah, I agree.
But also, someone commented on one of my YouTube videos that they read a study that Gen Z actually likes shopping in store online because, shopping in store than more online because they don't like always being on the internet.
Oh, I wonder if that's true.
Which, like, to be honest, I actually don't want everything on the internet. Like, when that person commented that, like, I actually like going to the stores and stuff.
Oh, yeah, but I was watching a video about how, like, all the malls are dying because, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, I feel like they should I feel like Lululemon's doing so good.
Oh, yeah, apparently from the video I watched, the online retailers do so much better because they have so much data about us. Like, they know exactly everything about us from, like, the cookies or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it is so convenient.
But they were saying, like, if you're just a retail location, you don't really have any data about your customers, so it's hard to, like, predict what they even want.
Yeah. But, yeah, doesn't
it seem like everyone just wants everything, like, so cheap? Because, like, whenever I go on TikTok, it seems like everyone wears everything. We're talking about, like, Shein and stuff.
Oh, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't know if it will happen, but I just hope there will always be in-store shopping. Like,
oh, yeah.
I don't even do it that much, so I'm not, like, contributing to in-store shopping. I'm not helping the problem, but, like, I just hope, like, if I want to, like, this isn't a big issue, but I, like, hope that, like, I could go to, like, a store to shop.
The video I watched basically said, like, there's just way too many malls right now that those have to scale down, which that probably is so true. You know, like, all these, like, there's so many malls, like, there should probably just be a lot less.
But then those cool malls and uncool malls.
Yeah, so, like, the uncool ones. They said, like, they'll be, like, they think that the future of malls will be, like, there'll be, like, these really cool malls in big cities that people will, like, travel to, but they won't be, like, all these little malls scattered, like, even, like, in Midwest towns. Sometimes there's, like, 3 malls in one town. It's, like, why would that ever be needed?
Oh, yeah, like, when I did this mall video this year, and when I was Googling it, like, all these articles basically said what you were saying. Like the mall experience is if they want to keep them going, like, they're gonna have to basically make it more of an experience rather than just like shop this store. It would be more of like, oh, like I'm walking outside. I mean, there's always been outdoor malls, but like more of like a thing rather than just like, we all know of that one mall you just walk in, so they just like stores and like an Auntie Anne's.
Oh yeah, like, those will probably go.
Or like maybe
they were
we
saying,
invite
like,
them, you know?
They're saying that they wonder like what will take those spaces though. But I guess some of them are turning into Amazon shipment centers.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because it's just like, you know what I mean?
Maybe they could just tone it out into like a Dave and Buster's.
Let's see. Time you were completely disrespected in 2021.
Oh, this wasn't me, but one time when we were going to the airport, we called the airport.
That's mine too.
Oh, for real?
On the phone at the airport is mine too.
Yeah, I wasn't disrespected, but it was just so funny to me that I had to write it down.
Oh yeah, so basically it was just calling someone, and I get it. Like they probably were just they were annoyed that day or they don't like their job, but like they were just so like acted like we were just completely idiots on the phone because there was a parking lot, like the main parking lot to the airport looked like it had like construction in front of it. It had like all these like do not cross things.
Yeah.
So we called the airport and we are like, oh, where do we park? We saw the parking lot was closed, and they're like, what? And we were like, oh, the parking lot's closed. And they're like, the parking lot's open. And we were like, oh, there's construction or whatever in front of it. And they're like, go around. Like they're just, so we're not describing it good, but it was so funny. And we actually weren't annoyed because we thought it was so funny. It like brightened up my day because I was just like, they just like fully disrespected us. I love it.
Yeah, I honestly,
Iconic.
I probably had a micro realization. People have probably said, but I'm patenting that word, micro realization. But I had a micro realization that even someone like, if especially people that you don't actually know, because it actually doesn't even feel like anything, but like I feel like you like there's no point of taking it seriously. Like even if you're at like a bagel shop, like we were at this like one coffee shop this year too, and Lucas said, oh do you guys have cold brew? And they said, do we have a cold brew? Well, a coffee shop, we obviously do. And like, I mean, you get down to like, that is rude, but I feel like, at least I don't think you were mad, but like, I just kind of viewed it as like, you know, like, what's the point of, like, I'm not, like, I just view it as funny is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But yeah, I do think, but I do have to admit, I do think it's annoying when people think just because you don't know something that they know, you're dumb. Like, this is like going to the airport thing, because they thought everyone knew the entrance to the parking garage, but like not everyone does, you know?
Oh yeah, but I just go back to the thing where like if anyone's trying to make you feel dumb, I just think it's a fact that they must feel dumb.
For sure.
That whole thing where like you would only ever do that if
Projection.
like you're projecting. Like why would you try to make people like go out of your way to try to make people feel dumb?
For sure. Yeah.
But the next one is best moment of 2021 when you were exposed to porn against your will. Again, I don't think that really fits 2021.
It doesn't, but I did put, this is what I put, not as much anymore, but Snapchat actually. So I don't go on Snapchat that much.
There's just porn on Snapchat?
I go on it like once a day. So there's Snapchat, and then you go to your friends, and then it says like, you know, you can follow like famous people, like, you know, like, so there's like people that have their Snapchat public, which is considered like something else, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
But then there's these news stories. No, honestly, I don't even think any of them are porn, but like they kind of look like porny. You know, like I
never seen this part of Snapchat.
Well,
Cause I actually don't ever go. I only look whenever our family Snapchat or like one of my friends randomly Snapchats me. I never go to like the main part of Snapchat.
It's not actually porn, but I honestly don't even have a moment where I saw porn on Snapchat. What I'm trying to say is I feel like it's like porn clickbait. I don't have an example, but Snapchat is mine, I guess.
Most famous moment in 2021.
Oh, what's yours?
Mine is when Lil Mama, the girl who did My Lip Gloss Be Poppin', My Lip Gloss Be Cool, when she came out as a stance very strongly saying people are heterophobic. I thought that was iconic, and I loved that for her. I was just like, oh my God, I haven't thought about Lil Mama in so long, and I guess now she thinks heterophobia is ruining the world. And I was like, okay, go off, sis.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things where it was so ridiculous that I was like, iconic.
Yeah, because there is this whole thing where like, Well, like there's other examples of it in like politics and stuff, or just like the world. I don't know what you call it, but
like bringing stuff to a whole new level, where
so-
it's like it's almost in like where she's thought like Lil Nas X being gay meant people aren't allowed to be straight anymore. It's like she's like, oh, I guess no rappers are allowed to be straight nowadays. It's like what? It's
Well, like, even-
nobody ever said that.
So like okay, so it's like a thing where, like when something new comes up, like something new is being popular. Like
Yeah.
and it's not new because people have always been this, you know. But it's like more people are admitting that they're like gay or whatever. Or it could be anything. But people think that it's like an attack against them sometimes.
Oh yeah,
And I
for
could
sure.
even put myself in their shoes, and like I just know I wouldn't be like that because like I'm labeling myself as gay, but then what if like there was like this like new sexuality where people like aliens or something? I don't know. But just because that's a thing and like so many people like aliens, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that like they're like being gay is bad now. Like it's always gonna be okay to be straight, gay, or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I thought most famous I felt this year.
Oh shit, was that what that meant?
Yeah, so what I put was, so me and Lucas walked into this Dior store, and usually I didn't buy anything. I wasn't even planning on buying anything. There actually was an inkling in me where I was like, maybe I should buy something, even though it's so dumb. But
Wait, when did we go to a Dior store? Mall of America?
in New York.
Wait, I'm trying. Okay, tell me more about it. Maybe.
Okay,
I
so
know what we're talking about now.
We walked in this Dior store because, okay, even though I just was hating on luxury brands, if I do ever feel comfortable enough to get to spend like this amount of money, Dior is the coolest luxury brand to me. But we walked in this Dior store, and usually they always act out weird.
I know, like you aren't allowed to be in there.
I was just wearing Adidas pants and this blue sweater, and they acted like we were like they acted like we were meant to be there, and it was like I've never felt like that in a luxury store. So I'm gonna say this is the most famous I felt because they were like even like showing. They were like, "What are you guys looking to buy?" And like, I mean, it's in a busy part of New York, but I just have never had that experience in a luxury store. So with that being said, that also leads me to the conclusion that when I do have enough money to be able to, if I want to buy something from a luxury store, I'm immediately going to go to Dior since I had that good experience.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
I forgot about that. They really did make us feel like we were allowed to be there. Like, usually when you go through those types of stores, like, I feel embarrassed to, like, zip open the purses and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, touch them. But there I was, like, fully, like, take the purse off the shelf, like, looking through it, looking for the price tags. You know the price tag's always annoyingly shoved in an inner pocket?
Yeah.
But I was, like, I felt comfortable to, like, take stuff off the shelf and, like, obviously put it back all nicely. But, like, I just felt like we were allowed to.
Yeah, and they, like, and this girl showed us around and said, these are the bags, this is the men's section.
It's so funny. Didn't buy anything.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is always awkward because it just is fun walking into these stores, but I have no plan of buying anything, like, right now. But it's just, like, always awkward after being there for 5 minutes, like, okay, like, I just want to see what they had on the shelf, but, like,
No, it's like,
I don't know what got
I don't like anything. Best song of 2021. Shivers by Ed Sheeran.
Are you joking?
I'm just kidding. That is what I put.
No.
That is what I put because I just thought it sounded funny putting that.
Okay, I sound like the most annoying Twitter person saying, you like Ed Sheeran? Like, I feel like it's a trend to hate him.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I saw someone, I think it was on TikTok or something, but someone said, how does he have all these songs about sex? Or like, who's he even having sex with?
I saw that too.
It's like, but you guys are rude. It's like, I thought the whole thing was supposed to be like body positivity. He's not, first of all, but like, you know what I mean?
No, like, I mean, like that's the thing. Like, it's so, like, the internet's so hypocritical.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, but was it actually that?
That actually isn't my favorite song, but I
Like,
just felt I need to put
something's
that.
so funny about you actually saying that's your favorite song. Like, I think just because of Twitter, but it actually just sounds funny you saying you like Shivers. Mine is Chanel by Frank Ocean.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love like comparing.
This
how
was the
you
year
feel.
of Frank Ocean for you.
I know. I see both sides like Chanel.
Person who needs a break after this year. I said, honestly, nobody deserves a break. I don't feel like anyone did enough this year.
So mine is just me looking in. I want her to keep succeeding. Like this is
Wait, what'd you say?
Me looking in.
That's a person?
No, this isn't a person.
Oh, how come you said, I want her to keep succeeding? Is that, what are you doing? What?
Oh, wait. Who did you think I was saying?
All you said was me looking in. And I was like, oh, it's about you. And then you said, I want her to keep succeeding. Like, who's her? I'm confused.
No, this is just from me looking in. I don't even know that much about this person.
Oh, I thought the answer was me looking in. Like, you think you need a break from looking inward. And then I thought you said she needs a break. I was like, wait, who's she? I was scared.
No.
Okay, now I get it.
What I'm trying to say is that she probably doesn't even need a break. But Zendaya, she's in everything. I was wondering the other day, how does she do all this? But what I'm trying to say is that keep walking. Like you probably, she loves what she's doing. I'm guessing. I have no idea. But I'm just saying, like, she's doing so much. Like, take a vacation maybe if you want to. You don't have to though.
I think everyone needs to do more. Like no one's done enough. Something you want to predict for 2022 so you can prove you're psychic for clout.
Okay.
You want me to say mine?
Yeah, say it.
All right, this is a fact. There'll be a female rapper that virtually nobody knows about right now. They probably have about 8,000 followers at this moment. They have a little fan base, but for the most part, nobody knows them. They're going to become so big this year. And low-key, like, take everyone down. And not trying to, like, put women against each other, but, like, those become, like, such a thing where, like, it's like, oh, okay, like, superstar status.
Wait, are they going to be, like, they won't like the other female rappers?
No, they will, but they'll sort of be, like, it'll just be a whole thing. I don't know how to explain it, but,
so, like, Cardi B blowing up was a moment. It would be like that?
Yeah, 'cause you know, like, there's so many female rappers, but, like, well, I guess, like, Doja Cat's, she's, like, a pop star rapper, but, like, she's still so big, but, like, she had her breakout moment, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then Megan Thee Stallion had her breakout moment. But, like, then there's all these other female rappers who are big, but they haven't really had, like, a breakout. I feel like there'll be someone who will come from, like, ground zero and have, like, a breakout moment that, like, multiple number ones, like, a whole thing.
So just to clarify.
Like, 1 year from now, we'll be talking about them, and it'll be weird thinking about how, like, at this moment, we didn't know about them.
So just to clarify, you aren't talking about someone like Flo Milli. You're talking about someone that literally...
Ground zero.
Virtually is at like 5,000 followers, which...
Like, maybe hasn't even recorded anything yet. Like, they'll randomly decide to be a rapper in, like, February.
Okay, so when I picture this, I do get where you're coming from. I picture them to be a rapper, but they don't know how to sing, but those songs are, like, all over the place.
Yeah,
like,
they don't have a whole different vibe.
That's what I do. I mean, I didn't predict it, but I do see where you're coming from.
We'll check back a year from now and see if I was right.
Wait, we should check out next year's.
Shit. We should actually to see what we predicted.
Yeah, I didn't like.
After this, we're gonna pause this and see what we predicted.
Okay, yeah. After we finish the last question too.
This is the last question, right?
Oh yeah, this is. So I didn't have like a big connection to this one, but I'm just gonna say it because I feel like
you're known as like the podcast psychic.
Well, so I just thought about something because I kind of picture it happening, but I don't like have a connection to any of these. So
okay.
I wouldn't love it, but people will love it. So this is, I feel like 2 big movie franchises are gonna collab. And when I was thinking of this, okay, so like, because I was just trying to be like, let's see if I'm psychic. So when I was sitting down writing this down, I pictured a string cheese. You know, there's those string cheese with mozzarella cheese and sharp cheddar, and they're twisted.
Yes.
I pictured that. I wasn't even thinking about movie franchises, but then my brain went to, I have like 2 movie franchises that are huge. Maybe they've even been gone for a decade. I feel like they're gonna like do a collab, and it's gonna be like so intertwined.
Oh, like superhero vibes, or what are you thinking?
I was thinking like book. Do superheroes have books? I don't know.
No.
I don't know, but I just like there's gonna be. Does this happen all the time with superheroes? I don't know. I just picture it happening. And this is my next prediction. Is kind of just a desire of mine. I feel like shape-ups, the Skechers shoes, are going to become cool again, and people will actually like them, but they're going to rebrand as just like they make you healthy rather than you lose calories every step you take.
Oh, yeah, those special shoes that like they burn more calories somehow.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a move up, but mostly the movie franchise thing, I'm not really picturing superheroes.
Well, I'm excited to witness that.
Yeah, should we see what we said last year now?
Yeah, BRB.
I'm actually kind of sad right now because we just watched it and both of us kind of flopped.
Yeah, we watched our 2020 in review. Do you just want to start out with your psychic predictions for 2021?
Yeah, first of all, I said this year's going to change us forever. I mean, every day changes you forever.
Yeah, the thing is, it wasn't one moment that you could say, this did change us forever. I mean, you could say, like, they developed, like, a vaccine and everyone got it, but, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that isn't...
I mean, every year, you individually change forever, so that doesn't really mean anything. But then my second one was there's going to be a realistic video of an alien walking, specifically maybe around Nevada, and it's going to cause pandemonium, and there's going to be critics, people thinking it's fake. From my knowledge, that didn't happen.
We still have a few more days in 2021, though.
That's true. I mean, there was like a month where everyone thought the government was going to release like these files, and I think
maybe
they
they were about to, but then they decided not to.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So I actually did get it right. Oh my gosh.
My psychic prediction for 2021 was that Britney Spears would start a religion. That hasn't happened yet, but
I can see that though. Is the thing.
Yeah, I'm so excited because she said she's gonna make new music.
For real?
She said like new music is coming, and like she's gonna fully be the one, like the driving force behind it creatively. So I'm so excited to see what it is. Like, when's the last time you think she's gotten like to have creative control over music?
Probably, I feel like 10 years ago. 12.
I know this is gonna be cool. It might even be music where like most people who listen to it might hate it, but like it could be so experimental and weird. But I'm just so happy to hear it and like witness it. Like I kind of have a feeling it is gonna be a song that like won't be a hit like on the radio because people won't understand it because it'll be that artistic.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if she does release new music, kind of what you were saying, it won't be what we're expecting.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be like, one more time, baby hit me one more time, toxic. It's going to be like something like different. I don't know if it will be like wailed, but yeah.
I can even just picture like her doing like a female rap song. Like Up by Cardi B, but by Britney.
I don't picture that.
And she's like, that's what I wanted to do. Like I was in the vibe.
Yeah, I guess who knows?
And probably diss her family in it. Like Zoe 101, I gave you that show, you little brat. And then like diss her whole family. Like, Dad, you suck. I'm so excited she's free.
I know. That is really exciting. 2021 did give us that.
Yep. And hopefully 2022 gives us a lot more.
We also did In and Out.
Give me more.
Give
I
me
actually
more.
did do the In and Out.
You didn't?
No, that's a Twitter thing, right?
Yeah, I was on Twitter yesterday and I saw a few people did this thing where you just go on your notes app, type what's out, like this isn't in anymore, and then what's in. Like what's in.
I'm excited to hear yours.
You didn't do it?
No, sorry. I was sick yesterday.
Sorry to who? The audience?
To you and Jesus and the audience.
Okay. So I actually did a whole list.
I'm excited to hear.
This might be in like 50 minutes.
I'm excited.
Okay, in. So this is what's in this year, okay?
What's going to be in for 2022?
Yeah, for
All right.
2022.
What's coming in?
Lasers. This isn't me predicting. Like, this could just literally just be for my
Laser
own.
skin facials or?
No, I'm saying like lasers. Like, you know when you're at a laser tag thing and like those laser view. I'm saying like lasers, not even just for the look of them are cool.
Laser decor. I could so see that.
Lasers are cool. I'm talking about the lasers that shoot out like green, red, you know?
I could see laser decor coming in.
That's really cool. Bricks, but in places they shouldn't be. Like a table made of bricks.
I could even see like a brick floor in people's basements.
Yeah, like that's fucking cool.
You know that's going to happen.
Wiz Khalifa. He has so many good songs like Work Hard, Play Hard. I got so much money I should start a bank.
He's coming back in 2022?
Yeah, and from interviews I've watched, no, he's just in. Like he doesn't need to have a moment. He's just in.
Oh, okay. I'm down for that.
Like his whole aura is like cool and in. Yeah, I mean, from interviews I've watched, he seems like pretty chill and cool. Stuff that doesn't make sense. I feel like I'm like, this isn't even me trying to be like, I'm different, but I always like I'm trying, like, I feel like it doesn't matter what you're thinking or describing. What you're thinking or feeling, you can't even describe. You know? Like, even if what you're thinking or feeling doesn't make sense, that's fine.
That's in.
Or if you upload something that like doesn't make sense to a lot of people, that's fine. It's not even like you trying to be different, but like if you're just being yourself and it doesn't make sense, that's fine.
Yeah, that's in.
Yeah, not making sense.
Love it.
Literally not talking but having fun.
Oh.
You know, like you don't even, you could like meet someone the first time ever and just like not talking but like it's fun.
No, vibing.
Yeah, so that's the one. Indoor hotel pools.
I hope that's more in next year.
Yeah, and it's like some of these aren't even the actual thing. Just picturing a picture of an indoor hotel pool. And I also kind of want to make it kind of airy, kind of scary, it's kind of mystical, kind of like dragony. Like,
okay.
Wait, a hotel in the basement? No. Underground pool in the basement of your house sounds scary as fuck, but it sounds cool.
Oh, yeah. That does sound creepy.
It sounds just like scary. Going to tarot card readers? Not psychic, specifically tarot card readers.
Oh, I like that. Like they read the cards. They're
Yeah.
just reading the air.
I'm not saying like you have to believe it. I'm just saying like going to them sometimes.
That's true. I need to go to more of that shit.
Trees, but inside. No, I'm not planning on buying a house this year, but trees that are inside and okay, and I'm not dissing you if you have a tree inside that just is a normal tree. I'm talking about those crazy ass. This is probably expensive, but trees that are inside where it literally like goes even above the ceiling and there's like glass around it.
Oh, that is
I've only
cool.
seen it a few times, but the coolest thing of it.
That's like on Selling Sunset.
Yeah, that's in. Normal shit like fridges. Like, what I'm trying to say is that like Smeg fridges aren't cool anymore.
Yeah, that is out. I
I
feel
kinda
bad
just-
because I saw people got that stuff for Christmas. And it's like, that's out, hon.
Oh yeah, like tell me if you agree with some of these. Like, cause
Smeg, everything's out.
and like, and even to go further, like can't think of a brand, but I'm kind of just more like, just get like a white fridge, a black fridge, a stainless steel fridge. Like, oh no, in like okay, even in Lucas's kitchen, he used to have a Smeg toaster. Now he just has like a Cuisinart toaster. I think this might have drove this point. I'm not joking because when I saw your Cuisinart, I don't even know how to say that brand toaster.
Cuisine art.
Cuisinart, like it just looks like I don't know how to. I love a good like. Oh, it looks old, but I just love how it's just like okay, it's new. Like it's not, and it doesn't look like so cool, you know.
Yeah. Maybe like trying to make stuff retro is kind of out for 2022 for me.
Oh,
Like going out of your way to be retro. It's like, okay, it's had its time and it's out.
I even kind of thought this kind of just about like kitchens. Like I can't like there's no point of being like this is a crazy kitchen. Like I kind of just want like
I could
a
see
wood kitchen where like just it's wood and like the table is just like laminate. Like it's not
I can
anything
so
crazy.
see these modern ass kitchens, marble shit going so out. It's
Okay.
going out in 2022. Like that's all out. And like the whole like let's see how big we can make the kitchen island. That is out.
Like, and I'm not even joking to be like, this is so cool, but it is so cool. Like, remember our kitchen in our house when we grew up in? How the table was just literally like this blue thing?
Yeah.
I just love how that kitchen, like, that's probably the most basic kitchen. It was just like you walk in and like, there's like a tiny little island with bar stools. Like,
Yeah.
I love that kitchen.
I know.
Being gentle. You know, like, sometimes you feel like you have to be like crazy. Like, just being kind of gentle. I love that.
Okay.
That's in. Being like a nobody. So this doesn't have to do with like being known or something. I'm talking about you could be the most famous person ever, but like you have nothing that's like distinctive about you. Just like being like flowing in with the crowd. You
Like
know?
blah.
Yeah. Bad spelling. No. You know when you text and like sometimes you try to spell good and like in your diary, I sometimes journal like, what's the point of making it spell? Like language, like just who cares if it's bad spelling?
For sure.
No one is gross. Like boogers and stuff aren't gross. And like no, these aren't me doing statements. Like this is still in. Like I'm saying by no one is gross. Like gross isn't even a thing because like gross is like if you like picking your nose, that's in.
Oh, okay. I feel that.
Using thesaurus to sound smart. I mean, some of these are contradictory, but that's into me. Like
throwing out random words that might not even you might be using them incorrectly, but that's in.
Yeah, like so many times with like YouTube titles, especially, I just go on the thesaurus and say like, what's another word that's similar to like random? And like I don't even really know. I've never used this word, but like I'm gonna use it. Like kooky. I never use that word, and it's not unnecessary. Like I'm so smart. I just learned it from a thesaurus.
So spicing up the vocab through thesaurus.com.
Yeah, you don't even need to know the actual definition, you know?
Okay.
This is what's out. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what's in.
You guys know we're not going to the negative. You have to get this out of your life, honey. First of all, just say mine modern kitchens, like I said earlier.
Yeah, like this kind of like, I kind of just want it to just like because the thing about it is that these fridges are timeless. Like your toaster's timeless.
Yeah.
It literally is.
You know what I'm kind of thinking? Like almost like interior trends dying a little bit. Like it's almost hard to even say what the trend is because there's so much going on.
For
Like,
sure.
you know, like,
that's
if you're-
been happening. That's been on the rise, I could tell.
Yeah, because like right now, if you look at new houses in your area, I guarantee they all look the exact same. It's just the exact same thing. But that would be kind of cool if like obviously, I guess it isn't the smartest because you just have to do what the consumers will buy and will sell the fastest. But like if there were so many different styles going on at once and they all were like equally fine and no one was like, I have to have this certain thing, you know?
Like even in like just with that whole thing that you were saying that like there's so much happening that you can't even describe what's big. Even YouTube, I feel like in 2015 there was one big topic.
Yeah.
But not like there's like so many big topics.
Yeah,
I think
really.
that's just a trend. Now this is what's out.
Oh,
Okay. Once a day poops. Like it's like that's just out.
wait, you want to do it twice a day or less
just
than
like
once a day?
poops are just out.
So how often would you
So
poop?
0 or more than 1.
Okay, just once a day is not good.
Yeah. Ice cream shops. Like no point of like making an ice cream shop trendy. It's out for me.
Okay. I have to fight that one because I still like them, but...
My next one is coffee shops. Like, I'm sorry, but coffee shops are out. I don't even go to coffee shops, but they're just out.
I
Like,
could
they're
kind
out.
of see where you're going with that one. I could see just coffee in general being out as an aesthetic. I see everyone drinks coffee. Everyone has for thousands of years. But you know how in the last few years people are making it special to drink coffee? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a coffee drinker. It's like, everyone is. You know what I mean? Like that type of
Yeah.
thing. And it's like, I could see it going back to like, it isn't such a moment drinking coffee.
Yeah, so I feel like Starbucks is going to have to work on their food selection.
Yeah, it's all over for them.
Because I said it. Next is, okay, I've been running this up for years. I don't even really know what running up means. I think it means just like doing it. But now one day when I get a house, if that's even available, like what I mean, because maybe like houses won't be a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But okay, toilet paper is over. I haven't got to the point in life because I know it sounds so annoying, but I'm only gonna use a bidet if I can get the coolest one, and that's like just what my mindset. Toilet paper is out. I'm still using it, but what I'm trying to say is that if someone has a bidet, I'm gonna use that shit up.
Yeah, bidets for sure. And
Toilet paper's out. Wearing chapstick, use Vaseline or Aquaphor. Wearing chapstick and putting it on like it's out.
that should have been out so long
No,
ago.
yeah,
Like
like-
even EOS, those cute little lip balms that Miley Cyrus made famous in We Can't Stop that look like a circle. I understand the aesthetic. Never once have I bought one. Chapstick is a ripoff. I've been knowing this since 2012,
No,
guys.
I think I learned it. Yeah, I think Lucas like showed me the word because I legit used to use like these chapsticks, like actual chapsticks that you get from a
Reese's
drugstore.
flavored.
And those do nothing with moisturizing the
Absolutely
lips.
nothing. The only thing that does anything is Aquaphor.
I put a thick layer of Aquaphor on my lips. You can do Vaseline, whatever. I don't have to wear a chapstick anytime during the day.
Chapstick that's been
It's
honestly
dumb.
cancel the whole like every single brand that claims to be chapstick. Like they all need to stop.
The next one is just like socks with it's just like caring so much about socks. Like
Oh, okay.
just like socks don't really like these socks have holes in them and like just like it's like fine if you wear like gross socks.
Oh, I could see that.
Like this is like my own thing, but like I just really chairs. Like why? Like because we always want to be laying down. Like couches are fine, but chairs at dining tables and stuff, like what's the point of them?
I'll say I can see chairs at dining tables, but when people have chairs in their living room, it's like, sis, get that out.
Like booths? That
No one
isn't
wants
a chair.
Nobody
Chairs
wants
are
a chair.
dumb. Like it's actually not out. It's
Yeah,
not
chairs
in.
are very stupid when you actually get down to it. Like, who would want a chair?
They're always uncomfortable. I'd rather be like laying in bed or like even just sitting in my bed. Like I just so done sitting in a chair to me.
Yeah, they're out.
Okay, now this one, I'm just gonna say it. People talking about the Super Bowl in general, but especially the Super Bowl halftime show. No, like, for some reason, like, everyone's saying the Super Bowl and like it getting the most views of the year, like that's over. Like,
Yeah.
people will always love football, but like the halftime show is cool. If you are in the halftime show, I'm proud of you. But and this isn't any shade or anything. I'm just saying like it's like you don't need to obsess over it.
Yeah, it's like normalize just like not caring about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like even the halftime show, because usually like in the commercials are always dumb. Like why do people act like the commercials are good?
I've never understood the commercial thing.
Now my next one is like many people probably think this, but technology things like fridges that are also a computer.
Oh,
That shit
that needs
is
to stop.
dumb.
Hydro flasks that charge your phone. Get it out. I don't want a charging hydro flask. Or like when people have chairs that have outlets in them, it's like, what?
That's dumb as fuck.
It's like, who made this again?
You're dumb as fucking. It's
like,
dumb
you
as
just
fuck.
know there's like, right now out there's like a lotion that like at the bottom has an outlet to like plug in your USB. And it's like, what? Now, what did you think was happening?
Oh, like, yeah, I don't know. It grosses me out.
Yeah, that needs to stop.
There's so many. When I actually think about technology that's dumb, there's so many things that are dumb. Like,
for sure.
I could make a whole list. Now, the next one is ice. Why would you ever need ice? I'm not joking. Like, when you get Diet Coke out of a fountain, it's already pretty cold. So why do you even need ice? Like, I think,
okay.
Like, I actually think ice is dumb. And this isn't like a joke. I actually think ice is dumb.
Okay.
The next one, I use one, but I think it's out. Water bottles? Like, drink water out of a glass. And I am going to keep using a water bottle. I'm just saying it's out. Like, I'm just going off myself / like what? Yeah, like, the water bottles are out. Like, I think it's better drinking water out of a glass. And, like, you don't need to bring water with you on the go. Just, like, when you get to the office or someone else's house, drink water out of a glass.
I think I'll do my version of that. I still think water bottles are cool, but what is out in 2022 for me is pretending that drinking water is going to solve anything. Like, I'm done with these giant ass water bottles that say it's like 2 gallons of water and it says by noon drink this much. It's like, I know you think it'll do something. Take it from someone who's tried it. It doesn't do anything. Like, it's fun. Of course, drink water, but it's not going to clear your skin. It's not going to give you energy. It's not really needed. Like, of course, drink water, but the whole overconsumption of water, it's out. It had its run, and leave it in 2021, please.
I would almost go as far as say, like, if you think one thing's going to solve everything, it isn't.
It
like,
isn't
there's
water.
so many things where people say, like, this changed my life. It's not going to change your life, I swear.
Yeah. You know what else is out?
What?
What's out is skincare.
Oh, okay. So, like, what do you mean?
What I mean is, like, we will have our basics that we know that work, but, like, every month, the new skincare item coming out and shit, that is so out. Because we already know it works. Retinol. Any type of retinol works. Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid. And a simple cleanser. Maybe exfoliate every now and then if you don't use retinol. Other than that, it's all just packaging and it's like marketing, you know? So skincare is out. It's done.
For sure. There was probably like a year period in my life where I was experimental. But now, okay, I'm going to say my skin's good. I'm just going to say it. And the thing about it is that for the past like 2 years, I've had the most simple skincare routine and I'm going to stick to it. All it is this simple ass cleanser. I don't even use a toner. It probably does something, but I just don't do it. And then next, at nighttime, I switch between Differin and benzoyl peroxide. Sometime over the next few years, I'm gonna not use benzoyl peroxide, but I still have to for these little bumps. And then lotion, like it does, like, and I do use oil sometimes, and I also sometimes use this like pale solution. But other than that, like all this random ass shit, like I'm over it. And then the other
starting new skincare brands is over for me because it's like we already have it. So unless you have a new ingredient that you scientifically found or something, there's really no point.
I'm for makeup brands. If you want to create a makeup brand, do it. Skincare brands, I'm gonna put it down right now and maybe one day, who knows where life will take me. But so like anyone that has a following having a skincare brand, I'm never gonna buy it.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I would never experiment with.
Because like skincare like is actually like I actually care about my skin because first of all it's like a healthy thing.
It's
but
the biggest organ on your body.
Yeah, but then also I want my skin to look good out of vanity, you know?
For sure.
And my next one is do I actually agree with it in now?
Oh, you already switched it, mine.
No, I actually am gonna say it because I do read books, and I'm not even pinpointing one person. If you go on the internet, go on like certain parts of TikTok, certain parts of Twitter, certain parts of Instagram. All these people are making reading cool. No, okay. I swear, I've like occasionally read. I've never been one to read a book a week. I've always been like, every few months, I'm like, I'm going to read a book. I made a YouTube video about reading Twilight. Me and Lucas were both in it. But and I guess you could say I contributed to it because maybe I did make reading look cool. But I didn't really. But people that purposely make it look cool or like romanticize it. I don't know. And then maybe this is just me being like a bitter asshole or something, but something about making reading cool isn't it? And And like, I think you should be able to talk about reading. But it's something I'm like in charge of everyone at this moment. But like, making reading cool isn't for me anymore.
Yeah. For me, something else that I just want to add that's out. So if you got one for Christmas, you probably should give it to Goodwill or give it to a friend. Planners. Physical planners.
Oh, okay.
If it's on your phone or on an app, I'm all for it. Keep planning. But having a book, writing in it.
What about
Throw it
physical journals?
Ooh, that's out as well.
I kind of...
Because I feel like people who have physical journals, they might kind of try to make it an aesthetic.
I was kind of thinking about... Okay, I think that's my tea with making reading cool. So many things that I dislike. And this is just me disliking it. I don't like... If you do it, I don't really give a shit, you know? I'm still going to be following you or whatever the fuck. But... I think when people try to make something an aesthetic, I don't like it. For example, we've all seen this reading aesthetic with like a coffee in your hand on a book. This like book from the 1800s where I swear to God, the only way you're going to understand it is by going on Spark Notes. If you're reading books that no one can understand, I have a problem. I'm joking. You can read like Romeo and Juliet, I guess. But making something an aesthetic, even though I just said indoor pools is an aesthetic, sometimes like it irks me. Sometimes it's a little too much, you know?
Oh, yeah, I can get you.
Yeah, so that's what's in and out, and I'm putting my hand down because I'm standing by it.
It's over. Oh, and I say one more thing that's out.
We gotta say it.
Okay.
I love this shit.
I think that's out is like, this is out in 2022. Pretending you're so like, you do meditation so much that you talk calm.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Where like, there's these certain like celebrities and like people who are like influencers. So like when they talk, they have this aura about them where like they're so zen and so calm. I want to like give them anxiety because I'm like, you're too calm. Like that's out. Like get some worry in your life.
Yeah,
like I'm all for meditation. Like I meditate every day. But like if I ever start being like, hi, yeah, okay, like that type of vibe, please give me anxiety.
Well, the thing about it is I 100% agree with you. But I just read this book about like meditation and Buddhism, and like part of me like does want to go to like a week-long meditation retreat.
I feel like you'd still be a person after though.
Oh, I feel like after I'd go back to my regular life, but I feel like for that week I wouldn't even be consciously changing myself. Just for that week I'd feel so calm. So I probably would kind of want to that.
Oh, yeah, but what I'm saying is like the aesthetic of it. You know what I mean? Like sort of like putting on a character of being a meditation person.
Yeah, I actually do it. You mean like some people probably don't even meditate, but they just thought it was cool acting like, yeah, just do this,
you guys, like that type of vibe.
Oh yeah.
But I guess we ended on a really negative note accidentally, but there were a lot of good things that happened in 2021, and a lot of stuff will still be in 2022.
Oh, something else.
So don't you worry.
About. I hate when people say last year sucked. This year's gonna be my year. Obviously, like if someone close to you died, this year probably did suck. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying people always make every year suck. Just enjoy the day.
One thing that I do think
Seize the day.
Should I end with something positive?
Yeah.
One thing that's in 2022 is using the exact same memes and jokes year after year. Like when it's about to be
dad.
When it's about to be May, if you don't post the NSYNC, it's gonna be May. You know people always do that? Like this song, it's gonna be May. Like if you don't post that the day before May, like that is out because it's in to use the exact same memes. It's also gonna be in January towards the end to writing a tweet saying, this month has lasted about 3 months. We're still in January.
Oh, yeah.
That is going to be in just doing the exact same meme traditions year after year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, just like I said, like, it's like, there's going to be a tweet that has 300,000 likes on January 4th saying, wait, why did 21 suck so bad? I hope 22 is better.
Oh, you know,
like, I just said I disliked it, but that's always going to be a thing. Like, it's for sure in because 300,000 people liked it.
Oh, yeah. Or like January 1st, you know, there'll be a tweet that goes viral saying, okay, this year's over. This year already sucks. When's 2023, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But we hope you guys all have an amazing year and good luck next year. Let's keep on rocking on and twirling and living.
Yeah, I feel like you don't. Yeah, honestly, I'm ecstatic right now. I think I'm on drugs or something. You put something in my drink.
Woo!
Wow! Happy 2022! Be excited! Ryan Seacrest is here. Oh my gosh, she's there. Okay, bye.